Hello and welcome to part 2 of lesson 1 on Python. And now what we're going to do is we're going to teach you the silver and the gold challenges, the solution to those, which it just all it's doing is it's doing a bit of formatting, making things look a bit prettier, clearing the screen, and messing with some of the input, changing it slightly. So let's show you what you need to know for the second part of this. So go back to dashboard, go back to consoles, click on Python 3.4 and we'll have a look through. Good. Perfect. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is this bit. Let's just run this through. As we did before, we did name equals input and we did what's your name, question mark. And there you go, what's your name? And if I put Bob Jones, there you go, Bob Jones. And it saved my name as Bob Jones, which is all very well and good, but there's a problem, is that most users are quite lazy and they don't capitalize their own names. So if you look, there's Bob and there's Jones, it's all lowercase, none of it is capitals. So when I do, if I do like print, nice to meet you, comma, and then name, and then we'll do the plus again. Oops, I've just messed it up there, I've not done capital there. When it does it, nice to meet you, Bob Jones, it prints Bob Jones all in lowercase, which, you know, you might not be too bothered about, but I want to make sure it's capitalized, so no matter what they put in, even if the user enters their name incorrectly, it'll still capitalize it. So how do we do that? Well, what we do is we use one of the methods attached to the name, what's called a string, and this one is the title one. So all we literally have to do is instead of typing name, when we're doing the print statement, we do name.title. And there you go. And it will make it title case. Title case means capitalize the first letter of each word. So let me just show you that here on the screen down below. Name.title. Bob.Jones, good stuff. And actually we could do lots of different things. We could do name.upper. What do you reckon that does? There you go. Does it all in uppercase? Or we can do it all in lowercase. So we do name.lower, which probably won't do anything because it's already all done in lower, but there you go, puts it all in lowercase. So there's one of the things we can do. If you're doing a name, you're going to use the title case. If you're doing a postcode, then you probably want to convert the postcode into uppercase. Lowercase, I don't know, you might use that for something else, depends what you're doing with your programs. But there we go. Maybe usernames, actually. We tend to make usernames all lowercase. So there we go. Now, as you'll have probably noticed here in your program, like now, or when you run your program, in fact, let's just show you it here. If we run it in the console, let's just go here, open up the directory by clicking on challenges. Once we open up the directory, click on open a bash console here. There we go. And you'll notice at the moment with challenge 1, when we run it, and when it finally decides to work, it's going a bit slow. When it actually runs it, what it doesn't do is it doesn't clear the screen. So if we do, let's have a look, Python 3 space challenge 1.py. There you go. It says a nice to meet you at, but it just puts it below this text here. That's a bit messy, isn't it? I don't want that. I want it to clear the screen before we start our program. So how do we do that? Well, what we do is we use the os.systemclear functions. So let me show you that. 2 lines of code this time. First one, we import os. There you go, which looks like it doesn't do anything, but it does work. And then we do os.system brackets clear. There you go. So import OS and then os.system clear. There you go. So just to show you those two lines of code, import OS, os.system clear. And that will clear the screen before, well, whenever we run those two lines of code. So let's just put that into our program. Nice to meet you. So before we do the nice to meet you app, let's put it above. Import OS. And then we'll do os.system clear. There we go. And that will clear the screen before we start printing all this stuff here. That's good. And we also want it to clear the screen after our program. Or do you want to? In fact, no, we'll leave it for the moment. We won't print it until after it's printed, because there'll be a problem. But there you go. It will print it out and it will clear it. Good, that's okay. And there we go. And also, what we'll do here with the name, what you can do is do your .title. There we go, name.title, and that will convert it to uppercase. Good, not to uppercase, to capitalizing the first letter of each name, each word of their name. In fact, I'll just show you that now. Let's see if that. Let's save it. Make sure we've saved. Good. That's saved. And now if we run it, what's your name? Bob Jones. As you can see, it's cleared the screen straight away. And when we type Bob Jones, it says nice to meet you, and it's capitalized Bob Jones. That's all you need for challenge 1. Challenge 2, 3 and 4, or 3 and 4, we're also going to need to use some of the other little functions that you can use, or little bits and bats you can use in Python. Let's show you that. And there's 2 more things that you can use. Now, at the moment, let's say we're doing hello. There we go. At the moment, if we print hello, it will print it there on that line, which is good. But if you look here in your apps, if you want to do lots of empty lines at the moment, you have to do lots of print statements here with lots of speech marks, which is quite a bit of effort. There is a shortcut for doing that. Instead of doing lots of speech marks, what you can do instead is inside of the string, you can call a new line. You can do the new line call, which is a \n, and that will actually create a new line. So let's just try that a few times. That hopefully will do a print hello, and then I'll have 4 new lines. There we go. Brilliant. And actually, here we go. Let's have a look. If we did \n, hello, \n, and then we'll do another hello, and then another \n, hello, and then another \n, hello. There you go. You can do hello. Oops, done three L's on my hello there. You could do hellos on each line using a \n. Don't do /n. That's no good. And make sure it's inside of the speech marks. If it's not in the speech marks, it won't work. It'll throw a bit of an error. So that's one thing we need to do. Another thing for challenges 3 and 4, you're going to need to be able to use the tab function. So hello, and then this one is a \t. And what this does is it tabulates it. It puts an empty space in between the 2 words. Hello space world. There you go. In fact, if you put 2 tabs, \t, there you go. It's done 2 spaces. Now, this is actually really, really useful. It's not much useful at the moment because you don't notice it much. But let's say if you're putting people's names in, or you put in like a user database, and you wouldn't do it this way around, but let's say name \t Bob, and then you could print age \t 50. What the \t does as well is it doesn't just put spaces in, if you notice, there's \t. There's no space there. There's no space. It moves them all across along a certain column line. So if you look, it goes name, which is 4 characters long, so that goes to there, and it's only put 3 spaces in, and then Bob. But because you've done the \t, it does age, and it knows now, because you've done a / that you want to move it along to under the same line as Bob. So it makes it nice and neat and tidy, which you're going to need to use for the \t when you do the postcode app here. So if you look there, postcode, there you go. It's nice and tabulated. It's nice and neat. And also with your here would be useful if you look. Let's have a look. Let's make sure I've actually done it. When it prints it out, let's see if it prints it out. There you go. So you can see a perfect example here of where you've used tab, so that it doesn't matter the space here, the space here, the space here. They all appear in the same line part there. There you go. Right, that's all you need for the silver and the gold parts of each of the challenges. So off you go. Either redo challenges 1, 2, 3 and 4 if you've already started them. Just go into each file and edit it, or just carry on through challenge 1. Right, good luck.